like to say we lead people and we manage problems.
Love that.
You know, because it is true.
Yeah,
You're
I always
leading-
say you lead people, you manage systems, but
Yeah.
I love that you say I manage problems. That's cool.
Because it often feels like you're putting out fires. Just
Yeah.
that, you know, our guys joke, like, you know, sometimes like I think they know, but they still give us a hard time. And we tell them, like, when we actually get to go work out, when we actually are present, physically present with you guys, that is what we get to do, what we love to do. All the stuff behind the scenes that you probably see from time to time, like recruiting and all the paperwork, all the business stuff, setting up events, and that's stuff that we have to do. You know, and that's part of the job. That's what we signed up for. But we try to keep our guys in perspective and just help them understand that what they're doing is you're in kind of a bubble, and we want to kind of like pop that bubble because you're living in I won't say a fantasy, but what you're doing is very unique. And don't get me wrong, you're an elite Division I athlete, but just understand that there's a lot going on around you and outside. And we try to, when you talk about building a culture, it's also holistically too. Like, we take our guys every year before school starts to the primary children's hospital, just so they get an understanding of like what's out there. You know, I tell our guys often, what you do is relatively hard. Don't get me wrong, like, wrestling is really tough. Being a Division I athlete, a lot of pressure, you're in school, all these things is really tough. But don't lose sight of the fact that what you do is relatively tough, right? You go and see a kid who's 8 years old who has leukemia. Like, they didn't choose that tough. They didn't choose that. So just understand, like, the impact you have and the position that you have as a Division I athlete. You're making these kids day, month, year because of your presence, because you're physically there with them. And I want you to take something away from that, not just what you're giving to them, but also the perspective you're getting from being outside of this bubble.
Super powerful.